Very devastating.
It's some of the only words longtime residents of Waverly can think of this morning. Some nearly speechless.
It's hard to explain.
Hard to explain what Mother Nature had a hand in destroying.
Just blew my mind, you know. When they told me a tornado hit the house, I was expecting maybe some siding to be gone.
But instead, Trey Byron found his home like this.
Looks like somebody put a bomb in my house.
Still, many, including Trey, thinking of those whose lives were sadly taken during the storm. A 50 and 26-year-old man, along with a 2-year-old boy, were thrown from a mobile home and killed.
I feel for the ones that lost family.
This morning's sunlight showing just how powerful the storm was. Multiple massive trees yanked from the ground, some pinned in homes, like this one on Main Street. Fire crews had to rush back here this morning after a small fire sparked inside. Philip Perry walked me through the destruction left behind at his recreational park.
Now we have to start all over again and try to raise money to try to help refix it.
Refixing and rebuilding, that may take a while, but the community hopeful in strength. They will overcome this disaster.
The people will come together. I mean, most of them are pretty tight. We're a pretty tight-knit community.
Our number one goal is to get your lights on and get you warm again.
Wearing a camera on his helmet, a crew member with Dominion Power shows us what it's like working on the power lines up in the air.
We got a great group of guys here that work hard, and we're ready for the storm.
Jared Seeloft is part of the 200 crews in Hampton Roads and northern North Carolina who could be responding if your power goes out. Right now, Dominion Power says they're in preparation mode.
And it might affect different areas differently. Like one area may have a lot of snow. For another area, it might be the strong winds that are the biggest problem.
Friday, crews will start working 12-hour shifts. They're gassing up their trucks and making sure their gear is good to go.
They also have chains for their tires. They have ice cleats so that they're ready to drive, walk, or climb trees wherever they need to get the lights and the heat back on.
Dominion Power has been talking to other utility companies as far as Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. So if they need backup, it will be sent. But those crews will go into the area with the greatest need, not necessarily Hampton Roads. But regardless, Dominion says social media will be used more than ever if we have weather issues.
But you can also follow us on Twitter, friend us on Facebook, sign up for text messages. We want to do everything we can so that you understand what's going on with us and we understand what's going on with you.
Jared admits he doesn't like working in the cold, but his favorite part of this time of the year is turning someone's power back on when they need it most.
When customers come out and thank us for the job that we do, you know.
Rip currents, waves, and ever-changing surroundings. There's a big difference between swimming here and here.
Just because you're a strong swimmer in the water doesn't mean you're a strong swimmer in the ocean.
Meredith Young wants your kids to know how to handle the elements that come with open water.
The concepts of teaching someone how to get out of a rip current in a safe manner versus just verbally telling someone. I'm going to show them. And we live by water. We live by the ocean. It's just a vastly important concept to understand.
She's created Swim Safe, a company that's bringing ocean safety lessons into the pool, where she can actually show children how to react when facing any dangers that could come up while playing in the ocean.
You can talk to a kid till you're blue in the face, but if you visually interact with them and show them, you know, your landmarks are this. You need a home point, you need a swim safe point, you need to know how to identify a rip current, and then you need to know how to signal for help and then what to do after that.
Right now, the swim safe lessons are held at oceanfront hotels, where they can teach not only locals, but any vacationers who may not live near an ocean how to handle the water.
I want to make a swim safer nation. That is what I really want to do with this company. I want to be along the East Coast. I want to reach as many people as possible. And that literally leads to you swim safe for one day, and you can swim safe for a lifetime.
It is beautiful. Blaine, I know you love it. I love it. We had to bring it outside for our last hit, you guys. 219 Bistro, perfect place to end our long week of Downtown Norfolk Restaurant Week. We came in, we talked to Chef. He's telling us all of the great things that they've got going on this Restaurant Week menu. Everything that you come here and you get and love on a regular basis, they've got that for a special price this week.
It's typically, you know, menu selections that the people love to come in and get, and they come in on Restaurant Week and they get a little bit better deal on them.
A pretty great deal. 219 Bistro is offering $12 2-course lunches and $35 3-course dinners all week long.
We have our black and tuna tacos with seasoned rice, sweet chili slaw, our veal meatloaf with mashed potatoes, green beans, and mushroom bacon gravy.
Yum. And if Chef were doing the ordering...
The meatloaf is definitely one of my favorites, but I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the choices.
Everything's good?
Everything's great.
Everything's great, from the food to the atmosphere.
I feel like we have some of the best food in Norfolk here, but specifically our location is great. We have a beautiful patio, fans blowing. It's nice to sit out and just watch people go by.
I'm Allison Mechanic in Newport News, where police were called out again to this Metro PCS store. They say that last week they were called out here for a robbery, and last night they were called out here for an attempted robbery. However, this time this person was not able to take anything from the store. Instead, they left on a stretcher. The surveillance cameras outside the Metro PCS store on J. Clyde Morris Boulevard in Newport News show a man walking into the store last night and then nearly 20 minutes later being wheeled out on a stretcher. According to Newport News police, the man seen walking into the store tried to rob it. They say he was armed with a handgun and had his face covered. But instead of walking out with any merchandise or money, the man was taken out on a stretcher after police say the store's employee shot him with his own gun and stopped the robbery.
The store owner had every right to defend himself and his store from somebody coming in trying to take what he owns.
Curtis George lives near the cell phone store. He was shocked to hear about the attempted robbery and shooting last night, but believes the employee did the right thing.
You work hard every day. You go to work to try to provide for your family and have, decent stuff and property. And the last thing you want is somebody coming in and trying to take it from you that you worked hard for.
Now he's hoping that this will make people think twice before committing a crime.
And that's sad, and hopefully this time, unfortunately the guy did get shot, but hopefully he'll learn something if he survived, and he won't come back and try to rob anybody else.
Newport News police say the suspect was brought to the hospital last night for his injuries. They have not said what his current condition is or his name. I'm standing in the 900 block of Suburban Parkway, where earlier today police say they found a dead male, not inside one of the apartments, but outside in this vicinity right behind me. Thanks to a call from a concerned citizen, Portsmouth police are currently investigating their third homicide this year.
This morning at 10:13, we received a phone call for a suspicious situation. According to the caller, they believe that they may have found a deceased individual out here.
Once police arrived on the scene, they found a dead male outside this apartment complex. Police say they immediately began investigating the death as a homicide. In a press release, police identified the victim as 21-year-old Terrence Johnson of Portsmouth. They say he had an apparent gunshot wound when they arrived on the scene. Not only is this the third homicide for Portsmouth this year, but this is the second homicide investigation in the Marsh Landing apartment complex. Have you ever seen something like this before, police investigating a death in your neighborhood?
Yes, because not too long ago it was one down the street.
It's a sad situation overall. Another, I won't say typical case of mankind's inhumanity to man, but it's either way you look at it, it's sad. A life has been lost, and probably needlessly also.
In the neighborhoods, it's just like you gotta live where you live. Stuff happens.
Do you feel
I'm sorry for it though. I don't want it to happen. I wish that on no one, but I don't know.
Hi, welcome to Feather and Thin.
It's been a staple in the community for decades. A restaurant locals just can't get enough of.
They say I'm gonna turn into a chicken because I eat it every day.
Every day, it's that good.
Pretty much.
So this is the process.
A process that starts with what they call a milk wash. And what most wonder about, well, what exactly makes your mouth water when you bite into the chicken?
We have a unique spice blend. And it's, unique to us, and it's patented.
A unique blend that's also top secret.
It's been a secret for 50 years.
And whatever that secret is, it keeps folks coming back for more, calling this place one of the best in Hampton Roads for your perfect fried chicken.
I've been coming here for the last 6-7 years.
It's different from other establishments in the area.
Perhaps it's also the consistency in every batch of chicken.
Okay. Wow. It looks nice and crispy and golden brown.
That people enjoy each time they come in.
Yeah, it tastes fresh.
Feather and Fin has been run by the Roberts family since 1991. That's when Tim Roberts' father, Martin, bought the business. He retired 3 years ago, and Tim has been running things ever since.
Everyone around here knows who we are, and they know that we sell the freshest fried chicken around.
So of course, I had to see what all the hype was about. So here we have my first piece of feather and fin chicken. I'm getting ready to take a bite into golden and crispy.
All right, y'all go.
That breading. And I see why people keep on coming back.
Ticket 218.
I think it's just a little bit more of a theme, go back in time sort of theme, and the food is always great. We do handcrafted cocktails, we do smoked whiskeys. Everybody seems to really enjoy the bar, but the food is very good. And Restaurant Week gives us a chance to try something new and to try something new out on our customers too, and they really like it.
Gershwin's opened up on Granby Street a little over 2 years ago and has become a kind of getaway destination in downtown Norfolk. It takes you right back to the 40s with antique details from the music to the waitstaff. But you don't have to dress to the nines to enjoy the fancy atmosphere.
We want everybody to be comfortable here. We have our service and our staff do dress up, but we say we dress up so you don't have to.
Clap your hands real loud. At Camp Hurrah, there's no hiding behind the curtains. And repeat after me. And there's no fear of cameras. In their jam-packed day at the Hurrah Family Theater,
I learned music, art, acting, singing.
from dancing on stage to stealing the spotlight and lessons on vocals.
Love my baby. Love my baby.
It's amazing, and they never stop, even from the beginning of the day, even to the end of the day. It's the same level of energy. They're just bubbly and bouncy and ready to learn.
Hugh Copeland started Camp Hurrah 32 years ago.
Mission is to give kids, every kid who wants the opportunity to develop more creativity, to be exposed to the arts. They perform it, they get to see live shows and realize that they too can do this.
For some, like 7-year-old Stephen Culpepper, you can say camp is a career prep. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I'm going to be an actor or singer.
And for everyone else, a safe haven.
And it makes me just really feel like I need to be myself, I guess.
I feel like the arts allow them to express themselves.
I'm very inspired here, and it is just great.
The lessons through theater teaching these kids to understand and accept each other.
Punch, and then this goes, roll.
Building confidence.
My mom says I'm the world's only 7-year-old man, so it's pretty real.
This one for them good girls, them good girls.
And making them not afraid to spread any charm or love.
I think you're cute.
No, I still think you're cute.
I think you're cuter.
No, I think you're cuter.
Even sharing the stage with me, proving that the lessons coming with theater show us how to engage with people who are not just like ourselves.
Beth Prevers pushed past tough obstacles. She first inspired you with her 100-pound weight loss journey back in 2014. Hip surgery had left her unable to walk.
If I can do it at 50 with a fake hip, then I think that anybody needs to get out there and at least try.
She'd already been putting that fighting spirit to work to find a cure for ALS. Through her job at Town Bank, she's raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for the JT Walk to benefit ALS research. But now, in a strange twist of fate, one of the biggest voices in the fight against ALS is slowly being silenced.
And then he said, you have ALS. I just saw, I thought, how can this be?
Beth started having speech issues last year. In April, doctors discovered why.
I've seen it firsthand. It's a hideous disease.
ALS is first attacking her ability to speak.
In my head, I think I can talk right. And then I'll say something and it doesn't come out.
How is your body feeling, the use of your arms and legs?
Oh, I feel great.
But no one knows how long it could be before the disease chips away at her mobility, too. You see, ALS attacks motor neurons, eventually paralyzing everything in the body. For years, News 3 showed you how the disease attacked former Navy SEAL Mike Oyer, and he, like most victims, died 5 years after diagnosis.
I have to live with it. I don't consider it a death sentence. I'm choosing to live my life with ALS.
So Beth is tackling her bucket list. On deck for July, skydiving, and she's crossing her fingers to meet John Bon Jovi during his NYC concert.
They call my boyfriend.
Oh, that's your boyfriend.
She also hopes to see Hamilton this fall and Jimmy Fallon, too. A bucket list Beth is betting she'll be able to complete. It is hard to believe this is happening to Beth, but she believes in miracles and the possibility a cure will carry her back to CrossFit.
How do you want people to look at you in your life?
I want to leave a legacy of faith in God and loving others and being of service.